Wide.
Wide.
I think so.
I
That's
think
what he said.
WHUDO.
Wide.
Wide.
Oh.
Man, your voice is so sleep. I'm putting on for the whole team. Now everybody say they know me. Damn, sleep. She drop it back like a QB. First round, she gon' choose me. I D her up like the 2-3. Damn, sleep. It's Wydoe and it's track 3.
And Adam, they're here.
Thank you, Wydoe. Thank you, Wide.
You gotta come and match me, and we'll get crazy in the backseat. Damn, sleep. Man, your voice is so sleep. Across the stage, I hit the Bernie. So shout out class of 2013. Damn.
And just like that, baby, we are officially live on the official Wydoe podcast. And it is your boy, Wydoe. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in right now. This is episode 24 on the Wydoe podcast. Today's a little different kind of episode, a special episode, to be honest. Today is a celebration of life from my brother Farnell Etienne, for the community that knows him. And as well, this is going to be a suicide prevention show. So if you're looking for the normal, funny, exciting Wydoe, you're still going to get them. But at the same time, we're going to speak a deep message, and hopefully we can save some people moving forward. Just wanted to say, first things first, in the comments right now, I have the links for a GoFundMe for my brother Farnell as well. I'm going to put a link there to let people join in the show. If you want to call in, if you knew Farnell, wanted to share some messages or share some words or stories about him, I will have the link in the chat here soon, and you can feel more than welcome to call in. I'd appreciate it. I'm going to try my best to hold it down here. I think I will. We got a lot of people coming in. We got a lot of family, a lot of brothers, and a lot of love, because Farnell, that's what he was. If there's one word I can describe him with, it's love. I've known him since preschool. This is before kindergarten. We're in Florida, so I don't know other states. Met this man and his brother in preschool, daycare days. They lived 2 streets behind Floresta daycare. Met him there. He was one of my first black friends. I didn't see color back then, still don't. And I appreciate Farnell and his brother Marvin for kind of just always being a brother to me, always being real since little kids, man, playing sports. Me and Farnell went to the same elementary school, broke away through middle school, joined together in high school, became basketball teammates, and that is what Farnell, his life is all about, basketball. And if you knew Farnell, you knew that he admired one person and one person alone, and that is Carmelo Anthony. That is his idol, his everything holy, right? Farnell was a religious man, but I'm telling you, Carmelo Anthony could have spread the sea for Farnell, and he would have walked through that somewhere. So I reached out to Carmelo Anthony. I just kind of let him know I don't need any money. I don't need a donation from him, sir. I just needed to let Carmelo Anthony know that as much as I have an angel watching over me, and so do all of our brothers, but Carmelo Anthony has a certified guardian angel named Farnell Etienne watching over him at all times. At all times, banging the threes off the head just like Melo did. And so if it's all right, I'm just going to kind of show a couple pictures real quick, show you guys who I'm describing here. This is my brother Farnell Etienne, man. I miss him so much. Unfortunately, he lost his battle with depression, mental health. Unfortunately, took his own life September 22nd, 2022. My brother was born December 12th, 1993. And he's a special guy. Him as a young boy and his brother. I mean, totally full of life. We joked with him that he looked like Cam Newton right here. We finally got a picture of his own big brother. Looks like Wallow 267. But I mean, you can just see it in the smile. No matter what, that smile was on his face. He always saw the bright side of things, no matter what. Always look fly. That's why I'm out here trying to look good for my boy, because I know he look good for me. Farnell and our brother Merk right there. Shout out to Kirby. Right here. The senior all-star game that we played in. That's me in the middle, Farnell, legs on the left. Farnell had a great game today, this day. 20 points, led us in scoring and led us to the victory. I appreciate my brother Farnell, man. I just had to share a couple of photos there. Here's one of my favorites. If anybody knew Farnell, that boy could eat. That boy could eat. And, you know, unfortunately, 10 minutes after I got the news of what happened to my brother, I put an Instagram video out. I was crying. I was all upset and shit. And that was real. That was real. But I hate the fact that I have a video of me crying, bawling my eyes out on my Instagram. But I want to tell you guys, as much as I've wanted to delete that, take it down, I don't think I can. Because that was, my real reaction. Not only just because I lost somebody, but I lost Farnell. And I'm only describing this because Farnell's not the only one out there. I'm not the only one feeling pain. There's many other people in the same situation as him. And the reason I'm describing him like this is because he was the most energetic, the most passionate. Didn't come from great money. Didn't always have the greatest background, but he didn't let none of that affect him. He was the most happiest, most proud, hardest worker, most enthusiastic, funniest guy, stone cold sober, any day of the week. It didn't matter. Farnell would bring it out of you. If you were sad, happy, he would just, he would make funny voices and shit. Man, this is him right here. I'm going to show a bunch of these clips and videos multiple times on this stream. I don't know how long we'll go for. We got a football game tonight. I'll probably keep it on as long as I can until the football game. I appreciate anybody tuning into this show now, and I appreciate anybody that will watch moving forward. I'm going to try to hold it down. I promise I am. But this clip is a great clip. As you see, I got a prom king crown here. I'm proud of it. But I'll tell you this, my brother Farnell stole the shining moment of that prom night back in 2013. This is Farnell. Sorry if that was a little bit too loud, but I just had to show that. I mean, as soon as he took off his orange vest, that was Farnell. Every day, no matter what. I'll show another clip right here. This is my brother taking some free throws.
Jeff, the stage line shooting 2 from 14 was number 21 for ATM.
Just no, makes both of them. But did you see the mellow form? Did you see the quick release? That's Farmello, as some would call him. So it's not only me on this show. This is us from prom night as well. Some of my brothers right there, man. It's not only me on this show right here. Fortunately, I got a couple of my brothers that are here to hold it down with me, make sure that I'm good, so I'm not the only one just talking here. Farnell's brother is on the show with us. I got my brother Dom here. Might have some special guests come on. So without further ado, let me bring somebody else on this show because I can't be the only one to speak so highly of our brother Farnell. Dom, welcome to the Wydoe podcast.
Wydoe, pleasure. I wish it wasn't on these circumstances to talk about what we are, but you know what? It's a powerful message that I think we could all benefit from hearing. So thank you again for having me, man.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't a plan to do this, obviously. So I'll break down the situation when we get Marvin in here. But for me, the most eyes, the most attention on what's going on right here, it will help. If you can donate, that's amazing. Even if you can't, I think thoughts, prayers, the universe, whichever you believe, I'm with you. I just think it all helps when we're dealing with something like this, because as hard as I'm dealing with it, right? All the messages that I've received, speaking to you, speaking to Marvin, speaking to the family, that is what helps me, man. That's what helps me cope, because I feel like, he's still here with us. He's connecting us, even though he's gone right now. He's connecting us still. And Appreciate you coming on here, Dom. I also want to bring on Farnell's big brother, Marvin, someone I've known as well from preschool days. And I appreciate him coming on here because I know it's going to be hard for him as is me and Dom and everybody else that love Farnell. But this is someone super special. He's in a car right now, but he's got a words of wisdom. So, Marvin, welcome to the Wydoe podcast, big dog.
Yo, thank you for having me. I know my ass is dark right now, but I'm gonna get some light when I get out the car.
We can hear the knowledge,
And
dog.
so I appreciate you having me on here. I appreciate anybody that's, that new Farnell that's listening, that's getting on. It's a, tough situation. But Farnell, you know, he was a good guy, man. He
Truly.
you basically said everything on. You nailed everything right. He's special. He knows how to light up the room. He never brought problems to the table. He was all about basketball. He was all about Carmelo. He was all about sports. And he even was a good student. And he even, did better than me. He had got graduated Quincy College.
Yep.
He still managed to get his degree in physical therapy. Um, he still continued to play basketball in Quincy College, and he was still going. And he didn't give up. That's one thing about him. He tried, even when no one saw his dreams. He still saw it for himself. So it, it to see him the way he is, man, I was so happy.
Marvin cutting out a little bit, but
It hurts.
go ahead, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yep, got you now.
Hold on, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate, but I'm still trying to think good things about him because no one really talks about those problems and suicide, suicide awareness. It's a very a serious situation. Not only it's a serious situation, it's just the second most leading cause of death, and after homicide. So no one's really talking about it, and he was really a quiet person, and he just been silent ever since. But he was battling mental illness and depression, and he just wanted to live a regular life. That's all he really asked for, and it was hard for him, and for him to take his own life. It's a hard situation that I have to really deal with, but I'm not mad at him.
Yep, and I think that's the most
It's
important
hard
message.
because he really needed someone to talk to, and he was doing his best, but it wasn't his fault. And I miss him every day, man. Not a day goes by I don't think about him. I think about all the good things he's done, the person that he is, what he's accomplished. He's been a good person all the way, and that's all I think about. Him being the best at basketball, him going to the gym every time, him just trying to keep up with everything. It's a hard situation, but I've been trying to keep my head up. For the past couple of days, it's been hard, but each day it's been getting better. Because when I found out that he was landing to coming back here, I had a relief on my shoulder. I didn't think I would see him again.
Yep, and I just want to update the people on that situation. So, Farnell was in Haiti where he lost his life. A visit turned into a long stay. And so, with that being said, obviously with COVID restrictions, and Haiti has a huge crisis over there with gangs and police and everything. So, the family, we were kind of really worried about, getting him back home. And Marvin is talking about what he's shedding light on right there is that we actually have a little bit of good news. After 2 attempts, working with the police, they were actually able to get the body out of where he was to Port-au-Prince. And from there, he will be flying to Miami. And from Miami, he will be coming home to Port St. Lucie. And that is good news.
That's really good news. So, as far as final heading back here, we should know by Tuesday or Wednesday, you know, and from there we'll have a final day for the funeral. You know, everybody that's willing to attend. That new Farnell, he had an impact on a lot of people. I can't even explain it. I have so many people that reached out and sent their condolences. If they knew the situation and what I'm going through, it's been getting me better each day. And to each and everybody that send their condolences to me, I appreciate it. I can't even keep count. And at the same time, people that are donating outside my family, every dollar counts. I don't care if
Yeah.
you sent me $2.
Breaking up a little bit more, but I got you, man. And anybody that is donated to the GoFundMe account, you know, I hate to set something like that up, but it's the only way we can kind of try to, in my opinion, it's the best way to raise awareness, get as many people on it as we can. For anybody that has donated, like he said, $1 up to $500, man, I appreciate you. The family appreciates you. I went into this thing hoping for a few dollars. You never know. We're already above $2,000 at this time. So I can't even put the words how much that means to us, how much that means to me, man, for our brother, for someone that's so loving and deserves to be surrounded by his loved ones, so we can have a proper funeral and lay him to rest in his hometown. So I appreciate anybody that has donated to that GoFundMe, and the link is in the chat right now for that. It's in my bio on Instagram as well. We're going to keep that up as long as we can. I've reached out to a couple foundations and organizations for suicide prevention because, guys, as much as we don't like it, this is a huge ordeal. And I think a lot of people don't realize how big it is. Just like Marvin said, the number two most deaths is from suicide, taking your own life at this time. And I know the Black community, Black men, is even higher. And it's a problem, man. And we got to address it. Someone's got to. And I know I'm just a little Wydoe on my Wydoe podcast, but I don't hear enough of the big dogs talking about it. There's a few of them, and salute to them. Shout out to them. So I'm just a regular guy. We're regular people, but this was an extraordinary person that we lost. That's why I want to make this message. There's other people just like Farnell, whether you're the star athlete, the prettiest girl, the it guy, the prom king, number one Mario Kart racer back in 6th grade, whatever you were. I say that to say this. I'm not mad at my brother Farnell. I'm not mad at what he did at all. I'm mad that I wasn't there enough. I'm mad that I didn't reach out. He watched all my podcasts. I know he supported. I'm mad I didn't preach this message like I was speaking to Farnell. I was preaching like I was talking to my viewers in the world. That's where I'm mad. I'm not mad at all for what my brother did. I can't imagine what he was going through. I'm mad at the pressures of today's world. I'm mad at the expectations of today's world. And I'm mad that a lot of people don't realize all that don't matter. All that don't matter. What matters is you, your family, who loves you, who you love. That's the strongest thing on this world, this planet. I've listened to millionaires. I've listened to bums. I've listened to pro athletes. I've listened to pro fighters, hookers. I've listened to all types of people, all walks of life. I'm a real observant person. Love is number one. Real is number one. Everything else is just fancy shit and shit to go and get you down bad and make you care about other things that don't matter. Because when your life is on the line, when people get sick, when you lose somebody, all you wish you had is more time with people that you loved. So I say that, I'm sorry to go crazy a little bit, but man, you're not alone out there. You're not alone at all. You can reach out to me if you're feeling down bad. I'm your friend. Hello. If you're really down bad, there's a number, 988. It's a hotline, 24/7 suicide prevention hotline. Someone is there waiting to answer your call, and they will be there for you. So I definitely want to just kind of bring that up because back in the day, it was like a 1-800 something number, boys. Now it's literally 988. Pop it in. So for the past 2 months, I've been having that on my show. Now that I've lost someone so close to me. As much as I lost my brother, I know I might have found a purpose here and found a mission here. I won't let this won't happen again. You know, Farnell's name will live on forever. Shout out to our Coach Rodriguez at Port St. Lucie High School. He's already given us talks. You know, we're planning on setting up a Farnell Etienne game type of thing for the years coming in, raising money throughout that game and donating to mental health awareness, suicide prevention. And I think that's awesome. And I commend him. Thank you, Coach Rod. He might even jump on this show to share some nice words. And just kind of wanted to shed light on that, Marv. Dom, any great words about our brother Farnell, man? I need to hear something funny. You're one of the funniest big old boys I ever met in my life, Dom.
Well, first, Marv, I just want to jump in it and give you my deepest condolences, because I had, you know, a great experience knowing your brother. I had great memories with him. I got tons of memories with Farnell. We spent damn near every day together for about 3-4 years. So he was a big part of my life growing up. So I want to let you know that you're not alone. Even though, you know, we know that you just lost your brother, you gained probably 15 others that were on that team with him throughout them years, because we're still connected, and Farnell's something that we'll always have. So I want you to know that if you ever need anything, you ever just want to talk, you ever just feeling like, yo, bro, this sucks, I don't want you to know you're not alone, and you got all of us that we agree it sucks, but we want it to suck together, if that makes sense. Pause.
Thank you.
I also just want to get on here and shout out Wydoe, because, you know, as much as we joke around it and we tend to make light out of these moments, this is a very serious topic, and for Wydoe to be able to hold his composure with, you know, Wydoe is one of my closest friends, and for me to see the way he reacted on Instagram, it just shows you what kind of radiant person your brother Farnell was. He brought a light into this world that I don't think many people carry. I mean, I I'll tell you just from my personal experience. I used to try and get Farnell angry and argue with him about Carmelo Anthony, and he used to tell me these exact words every time: "My favorite player will beat your favorite player," and I would say, "What's your logic?" And his response is, "He's Carmelo Anthony. It's Melo, bro. It's Melo." And he would just say that to the point where I would get so annoyed I would stop arguing with him, because Farnell believed in the world of basketball. We all have our basketball gods. Farnell's basketball universe, his god, his everything was surrounded by that number 7 jersey on the New York Knicks, and to him,
Wherever
that was
he
really
went,
all that mattered.
Nuggets, wherever he went,
Wherever he was,
Syracuse.
my favorite college team was Syracuse, and that's what he would say to me, bro. You should love Carmelo. He won you a championship. You're only one. That's what he would say. You know.
No one ever
So
got Farnell mad. No one ever had a
never,
legit, real argument unless it was
never.
about basketball or. And I'll tell you this story, Marv. I don't even know if you remember this, dog. This is this is like this is like third grade. Okay, after from kindergarten to fifth grade, after school, we go right across the street to the daycare. One day at daycare, we're playing football or freeze tag. I was a 5-star freeze tag athlete, best believe. Farnell was nice out there. One day, though, Farnell got into a fight with somebody. Farnell was the same guy we know now back then. Okay, I got so many stories as kids, it's crazy. And one day, this kid was hitting him. I don't know if you remember this, Marvin, but Farnell had to he fought him. He pushed him down. Okay, you won the fight. Farnell cried because he was so upset that you got him to the point of being that upset. He's like, "Why would you do that to me? Why would you?" He was so mad that he let someone get him that upset, bro. I've never seen it again in my life. It was third grade. In third grade, I wanted to beat someone's ass. God damn, it's fun. Farnell, it's not in his DNA. He's a lover first and a lover second, man. I loved your brother, Marvin. God damn.
Thank you. Yeah, because that's right. He don't like, all the violence and stuff. He avoids that. I promise you. He'll walk away and go elsewhere. He won't even listen to it. And he's just all about Carmelo Anthony. It's so crazy. Even when you play him against him in 2K, he's
That's the
starting
only
him.
player.
Even
Hey,
if you
Dom,
even if he goes to the bench, he's gonna
you're
put
the
him
only one
in.
to read that little
Yeah,
comment you had, Dom. Hey, Jai.
Bro, I'm
even
telling you.
even even when even the pressures, he's putting everything up. He's just over maxing him, and he's gonna keep him in. He's just shooting threes, and there's just no way you can stop him in 2K. I tell him, let's just play something else, bro, because You're too. I can't do it, man. So he was
Listen,
really good. He was just all about it, man. And his
I just
best
gotta
game
say
right
one
there.
thing. I gotta say one thing that I gotta address in the comments to someone in particular. I said pause after because that sounded wild,
Hey,
but I do mean that, and I do mean it in the sense that we're in this together. I'm not saying it in any other kind of wild way, but I look at this situation as bad as it sounds. It gives us a reason to keep Farnell's memory going and keep Farnell a part of our day to day life. I mean, me, Watto, the day we found the news, me, Watto, and Alan were sitting in White's backyard reminiscing for hours. Marv, when I tell you that obviously we know it impacted you more than it would ever impact us individually, because that's your brother, that's a piece of you that you lost. But we felt like our world stopped where we took ourselves back, right, Watto? We took ourselves back to high school and sat there and we were doing stuff that we were doing in high school.
yep.
You know, he brought us, he helped me slow down. You know, I feel like I've been running this race trying to accomplish this, and it gave me a chance to say, yo, take a deep breath, relax, enjoy this moment. We sat there looking at yearbooks, Farnell smiling all happy in a yearbook, like, you're the only dude I know at 7 o'clock in the morning, got Mr. Hill yelling at you to hurry up and take your class picture. Farnell's cheesing all nice, polo shirt on, dapper. Like, bro, it's 7 o'clock in the morning.
And so, Marv, I want to ask you, man, because in my opinion, from growing up with Farnell, I've seen him from day one. That was one of the first people as a kid. You know, as kids, I feel like you don't know what rich is, you don't know what poor is, you don't know what you are. You just kind of know my mom is my mom, dad, and here we go. Farnell was the first person I ever met going over to his house. I'm like, okay, wow, it's not always like my house. Didn't change anything. It was just the first time I saw that. I say that to say this, Marvin. Some of the nicest, most greatest people I've ever met came from the least. The people that come from the rich families, all this shit are the assholes that take it all for granted. In your opinion, Marvin, what made Farnell who he was? This caring, loving, everyday. Because I love Marvin, but Marvin's a little bit more of a tough guy. He'll tell you what it is. Okay, Farnell, something about Farnell, Marv. What would you say made him who he was, though?
Man, just he was
He
just
appreciated
naturally
life.
himself. Everything. He didn't take anything for granted. He appreciated what he had. He loved his family, how he grew up, even though he didn't have much, he appreciated what he had. And it was all really about family, the cousins around him. It was that atmosphere he loved. And the way he grew up with my father was really strict.
Mm-hmm.
So he did
Mm-hmm.
everything right because he had a leader around him, someone to tell him what to do and not to do. He was even, man, I caused a lot of problems. I'll tell you that much. I wasn't, the best person, so I'm not gonna say I was, all good of a,
You were the
but
big bro, dog. Big bro's supposed to
yeah,
get in trouble. Little bros, you know what I'm
he
saying? Middle
did,
bro's a
yeah,
good one.
yeah. The little bro, what man, exactly what it was. He did right. I've never seen him did something and it was wrong. He was always right as a person, genuine person, and everybody see that. He had his ways, but at the end of the day, he was still accepted. He was still, you know, the same person. Not one person told me he was, bad. Everybody told me that, well, your brother was a person that checked up on me. That, even when things were down, he still was around. He didn't ask for anything. He was just there to just make sure I was okay. So, he was just a good person as a whole. And, that's all I keep seeing. And that means a lot to me because how he was raised around his environment. But it
Mm-hmm.
was just unfortunate when, you know, our parents split, things were just, not what it, used to be. And he, like me, I still was like trying to get myself right. I was like, this, I never think I'd go through that situation. But I still try to get myself together. But my brother was trying to hang in there, but it was really tough for him because he missed being around the people he used to know, and he just wanted to go back to you know that atmosphere, his family, people that loved him and people that cared about him, and you know, it's tough. But he was just a genuine person and all. He would call me even when I'm busy. He would just check up on me. He would just send me text messages just to make sure I'm okay. Even if I'm working late, he'll be like, "If you're tired, bro, just go home. Just think about yourself. I care about your safety."
Mhm.
Like the little things that matter, because he knew I was a busy person. He knows I'm taking a risk, trying to bring back the necessary needs to bring back to the table, and he will still tell me just be safe.
Mhm.
And it's hard because now I don't wake up to that no more. I can't. I don't wake up to any of that shit no more. And it's hard, but I know he's in a better place. You know, I know he's watching over us, me, the family, his little brother, his nephew, my son, which he won't be able to see. It's a tough, but I just know that he's in a better position now than where he was. And that's all I gotta say
Yeah, man.
on that.
Yeah, man. I mean,
So
Dom, from the first day you met him, I mean, you heard his voice from across the school. I mean, you knew what time it was.
This guy was, he was a character. I'm going to tell you this, Marv, and there's probably only really two or three people on the earth that really noticed besides Waddle and Al. And so I moved to Port St. Lucie a day before I started my freshman year of high school. So I grew up down
mhm,
south. So I came up here and I thought this was the country. Like, it was cows and grass. And I'm from South Florida. We don't have none of that. Like, so I get up here and I'm like getting ready to go to conditioning. And mind you, I'm 6 foot, like 240 pounds. I'm a little chubby dude. And we walk into conditioning the first day. This shit is still one of my funniest stories of Farnell. And Farnell just looks at me kind of, doesn't really say much. We go through our thing and we're kind of going through reps. And Farnell's my matchup in these drills. And he was a grade ahead of me. So as we're going through these drills, he's like not missing a jump shot at all, mid range, like strictly mid range. And I'm like just watching, like, yo, who is this dude? We keep watching, we keep watching. As time goes on, like, as the days progress, we're conditioning every day. We get to know each other. He's like, I'm Farnell. And I'm like, all right, bro, I'm Dom. What's up? He's like, but you can call me Carmelo. I'm like, you think you're Carmelo
mhm.
Anthony? And from that day forward, he's like, everybody's calling him Farmelo, Farmelo. Like, it just kind of stuck. And, in my head this whole time, throughout that my first year as a freshman, I was like watching this guy who I tried anything to get in his head, anything. I'm telling you, in practice, I would cheat. I'm slow, I'm fat. Farnell's in shape. I'm like pushing him, grabbing his jersey, trying to do little things to get in his head.
Can't.
And every time he's just smiling at me. Like, I'm like, you like this, bro? He said, yeah, I love practice. I'm like, bro, I'm like, practice? I don't care about this shit. Farnell every day, consistent, same thing. One of the first guys in, one of the last guys out. And he always had a smile. We running suicides, Marv. I'm tired. Everybody is mad. Farnell is happy. I
Yes.
used to I was so envious of how happy he was. And then I realized, I couldn't ever be angry around him. So that made me happy. Does that make sense?
He
He
gives you no choice, bro.
no
I
choice.
tried
You can't
multiple
even.
times throughout my life to be mad and pissed off at Farnell. Like, all right, I'm just gonna fight him, dog. You can't. You
Can't.
can't. He's too
You
funny.
can't.
He
You
means it
can't.
so much. It's just like, all right, dog, fuck it. You win. All right, Farnell, bro. All right, dog, I give up.
Bro,
Not
Man,
mad anymore.
man,
you
I'll
can't.
tell you. I, And then I'll tell you one thing about Farnell. When people found out that I was related to him as far as basketball,
Mm.
you know, I remember this day, Coach Self. Actually, he was about to start class, and I was like, "Yo, Coach, you think, how's, you think I could come to practice for this coming, for the team?" He's like, "Nah, you could come, but bring your brother down. We want him instead. Bring him
This is
instead.
Southport
That's
days.
who we want. You could." Yeah, he was like, "You could come." He's like, "Nah, but bring your brother though.
Bring your
This
brother.
is important, Lucy." He's like, "Yeah, but bring your brother though. That's who I
Yeah.
want." So ever since then, he's been, you know, he's been on that team. He's been stuck on that, and he just wanted to elevate, and he just has that jump shot. He don't miss.
Oh my
Like,
Bro, he
God,
never.
bro.
you just don't want to play with him. At that point, you
Bro,
don't want to play with him because he's just not gonna miss.
He was a shoot
You got to do
around
better than that.
legend. If
swear
you
to
was in
God.
warm-ups or shoot arounds, he would not miss to the point you would be pissed off because I need to shoot Farnell.
Bro, Wydoe, please tell the world how this man, if you're playing any kind of drill that you're rebounding for Farnell, you just become a passer. If you're playing two ball, you might not
Buckle
get
up.
back on. You didn't want Wydoe and Farnell on the same team because they just shot the ball so damn
Well, I
well.
mean, you know me, Dom. Like I can shoot the shit out of the ball, but I understand. Okay, I've made 3. Let me take a hard shot. Farnell would sit there and
No,
make 25 in a fucking row from the hip, from the goddamn elbow, just for fun.
bro, he used to literally do the same. Like, that's one thing I wish I could have put into my game looking back. He never did stuff that was not part of his game. Like,
Mm.
Farnell knew he couldn't dunk. He didn't try and dunk. Me and Wydoe spent years trying to dunk. For what?
Yeah, and y'all boys can dunk.
Like, Farnell
Hey,
just, well,
hey,
Wydoe could throw
hey,
some shit now.
hey, hey, hey,
Wydoe
hey.
could.
I will say to anybody that's trying to do something, if you keep on trying and you're close, if you're not close, you're never going to climb that mountain if you're scared to climb a 4-foot ladder. I'm sorry. But if you're close, keep trying. Because somebody just got dunked on there and I did the dunking. So, hey,
Wydoe.
somebody made it, but Farnell was the lethal shooter. I mean, Marv, I'm talking 25 in a row. We're in a game. This is Port St. Lucie warm-ups. Like, we need to warm up as a team, and he's made 25 in a
And
row.
he's in 25 shots. He's able to get the ball. He's a big man. He moves fast. Like, if the minute he touches it, you need to know what you're doing. He don't waste no time because
My
that's what
freshman
he's
year,
been
he led
doing.
our team. He led our JV. I swear to God, he led our JV team in scoring my freshman year. I thought he was the god.
Bro.
He was
And he
going
knew
off.
his role. And listen, guys, Coach Rob will be on this show. I want to kind of surprise you, but the legend will be joining us. And I got to ask him a few questions. Okay. But Farnell played for a great coach, Don, just as we did, just as you did. And Farnell played for the offense, for the team. So pickup game, Farnell, the most killer you've ever seen. When he got in that game, he wanted to do whatever it took to help win, whether that was score 20 points, score 15, score 5 and 12 rebounds, whatever. It didn't matter. Smile on his face. Let's win. I'm here to help. One of the best teammates of all time. I mean, am I lying?
No, he's a great teammate. I mean,
He's smooth, man.
And one of the guys that when he scored, the whole crowd was going crazy. The crowd was behind a Farnell. Okay, like I said, if anybody's a basketball fan, if you watch Melo, as soon as he shoots, his release is let's go real quick. Threes off the head.
Okay.
Whatever Melo did, Farnell was a headband, got it. Knee little sleeve, the little knee headbands. I don't even know what the fuck they were. It was like a kneecap. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a sleeve. It was just a goddamn
no,
cap.
Wydoe.
Didn't do anything.
I was gonna save this for later when everybody was on, but I have to talk about this right now. I'm gonna bring it up later too.
Hey, time out. If you don't mention no practice.
No.
Okay,
no.
good.
I'm talking.
I gotta save a story, bro. Don't even mention that.
No, we're not mentioning that. Duh.
Nothing near November.
Nothing.
Okay, good.
Nothing. Why on earth did Farnell wear like 7 pairs of socks every game? Do you remember that, Wydoe?
Marvin, you're a brother. Was it a ritual?
Marvin,
Was his
tell us.
shoes too big? Did he just, is that the way he made 24 shots? What are we doing?
Talk to us, Marv.
Oh man, I don't know. Maybe to get higher, all the
A
above,
little taller.
because that's a lot of socks to be. Yeah,
Bro,
that a
Marv,
little taller. That's
We
a
need
lot
to
of
check.
socks
We need to
be.
check if
I don't
Melo
believe
has
it.
any documentary, or if Melo has any video of olden day. If Melo did it, there's your
That's the
answer.
only way.
I'm Googling it right now.
mean,
Find it out.
That's the only way I could.
Like I
Because
said, guys, I can't even
I find it
describe it.
hard to
Okay,
believe.
it's not a sleeve. It's like a little armband. Okay, like football players wear. It's just a little fucking little.
Yeah.
He had 2 of them on his knees because that's what Melo had. I'd ask him, Farno, what does that do? Yo, Wydoe. Melo, dog. You want to know? Melo, dog. Melo, dog. You want to know?
Mm-hmm.
And after 27 shots in a row, Marvin, I'm thinking, fuck, it must be the goddamn kneecap things. It's got to be something.
Nah, he's gonna tell you. Nah, he's gonna tell you everything. It has to do with Carmelo.
I'm not
Whatever he got on his arm.
24. Jeff, the stage was
That man was Nike down from head to toe. That's all it was.
Didn't have that. And I wanted to
That's
show
all
this
it
real
was,
quick.
and he was good at that.
Just want to drop this video. So this is a
And
clip.
my man can.
My bad, Marv. We're probably a little time lapse. That's why we're kind of there. But I don't know if you remember, Don, but the locker rooms used to go crazy in high school. Your boy Wydoe, I was leading them, okay, banging on the wall. Yeah, Farnell was with me. Farnell's a huge Busta Rhymes fan, so Farnell would rap. If anybody knows Farnell, you probably have heard him rap. He does all these voices and shit. I can't even describe it, dog.
It's crazy.
But I want to show this on a serious note. This video I found, this is a video of my college team, and this is my brother Weez. Weez has been on this podcast. Shout out my brother. He's leading us in something that he says, and I love these words, and I just want to let it play real quick because this is a big message for the brotherhood. Yes, that is a little skinny ass Wydoe in the red. But my brother said, together we sweat, together we run. Excuses, we give none. All we have is all we give. Mentally tough, mentally strong, family on 3. And I say that because I feel like even though Farnell wasn't on that team, never met a lot of those guys, that's what Farnell was. That was Farnell right there. Together, we're going to go through the bullshit. Together, we're going to be hype. It didn't matter. If you were watching Melo and he was excited, he was going to grab you, shake you so you're excited with him. He was always pulling you with him no matter what it was. And nowadays, man, Marv, I don't know what you think, dog. Like I said, I always say this. People believe in angels. People believe in the universe. People believe we're just floating around. Whatever. I'm with you. I do like to think I got some guardian angels watching over me. So when I'm working out and I'm on that number 9, 4th set, and I imagine Farnell standing over me with a spot, telling me, come on. And for the past couple of days, I've been able to get that last rep, knowing I got Farnell standing over me. So that's me, y'all boys. I don't know if y'all got an extra guardian angel when you're working out. I don't know, but I feel them.
I definitely will tell you that
day goes by.
Go ahead, Dom.
I'll definitely tell you that these past couple of days, I've felt different auras around me. I know that sounds crazy. Some people tend to say, "Oh, Wydoe, I felt like Farnell's watching me to get that extra rep." I just feel like I stressed over a lot of little things, and every time I would start getting some, I couldn't say that it was one specific thing. I just felt something that was like, yo, take a second, take a deep breath, and reapproach the situation. You know what I mean? I mean, it's hard to sit here and act like this shit doesn't fucking suck, or that you don't replay in your head how you could have done something differently, or how you wish you would have just had one more conversation. Like you said, Marv, how you just don't want to wake up for one more text from your brother, But for me, personally, my experience is almost like, I feel his presence around me, in the sense that I got someone like, yo, don't stress so much, bro. Everything's going to be all right. You're where you're supposed to be. Enjoy this moment,
And that's the same thing with me as an older, brother. I've been asking myself that a lot. What could I've done, you know, better? Um, was there something that, that was wrong? And, at the same time, it was not his fault. He was battling with a lot. And, the last couple of days I did talk to him, I took him to get him a nice haircut, make sure he was good. We were talking here and there, but it's been hard for him. He's been very, very like quiet for a while. And
Yeah.
I think about, the good things. But at the same time, if I continue to dwell like that, you know, I won't never be able to move on somehow
Right.
because, we don't know what he's been going through. Only he knows, you know,
Yep.
and he's been trying every day. And that's, the credit I give to him is that he's trying every day to beat that and to be better and to improve himself. And, he just wanted to live, you know, a regular life and to be around his loved ones. So as an older individual, it hurts. A lot of people say, don't blame yourself. I wasn't, in that, control.
Kind of breaking up, breaking up with Marvin there, but
No, I, I don't. You can you hear me?
yep. Yeah, you're good now.
Hello.
Yep, you good, brother.
Yeah. So I think about more of the good things because that's more the person he was. Um, it's just unfortunate. You know, he's been going through all this and he's been trying, and but he's innocent.
Yeah.
He tried, and it's but he's such a good person, man. That dude loved to eat. He was so relaxed. That's one thing I could say about him. He can eat,
That boy
you
can
know,
eat, man.
and he
Oh,
eats real good. All
That
right,
boy.
he can eat real good.
listen,
Man,
listen.
I got
Yeah, you ain't ever
wild
heard or
story,
seen
man.
nobody eat till you see Farnell eat, man.
No.
Couldn't believe it. But listen, um, man, I'm with you on that, Marvin. And a big part of my show here every day, I say, how you living, okay? And I say it's all perspective, right? You could have had a shitty day, could have had a great day. It's really all up to you. So when we're dealing with something as real as this, we're never gonna change what's real. How can we make our negative thoughts go from 100 down? We're never gonna be zero, okay? Never gonna get our brother back. But how can we use that to not be negative, positive thoughts? Like what Marvin said, it's all positive thoughts. And I'll be honest, I don't have any memory. This is 23, 25 years deep memories of with Farnell. Not one is upset. Not one is mad. Every single one is a happy thought. So as sad as I am, every thought about the guy makes me smile, you know?
I I couldn't agree with you more, Lotto. I mean, when when you sit back and you think about it, that it's such a tough time and something to go through, and you look back and you're like, this guy has nothing but good memories and good thoughts on my behalf, that it comes to the point where I look back and I say, those memories we have forever, that we keep his legacy going. I mean, just just to think about how great of a human he was at all times. Like, no matter you caught him on a good day or bad day. And I know a lot of people might get
Yeah,
on
Marv
here
load.
and and get on here and say, well, you guys are just talking good about this person because that's what you're supposed to do. If you find a person that could tell me something negative about this young man, I would challenge that statement, because I've been around him many years, never saw nothing. And I think this is a great message to also shout out that, the suicide hotline is finally getting their shit together and making it simple and easier to reach out. This 9888, or 988.
988.
Excuse me, 988 is something that's simple. It's just as simple as 911. So don't hesitate to call. What's it gonna do? It's gonna make it simple. It's gonna make it easy, and it's free. So if you ever have anything negative, reach out. Don't be ashamed. I know in the masculine culture, it's typical for us males to want to be an alpha and say, "Yo, I'm good. I'll deal with this. Yo,
Right.
I'm good." Like, nah, fuck that. But when I look back and do self-reflecting, which is not easy, every one of us has to do it. It's not easy to admit, yo, I'm hurt. We go through it every day. Relationships, your career, maybe just something you feel like you're stagnant in. So reach out. Even if you just need someone to talk to, 988. Talk to somebody for 5 minutes. Your phone is empty. Talk to somebody. Boom. You know what I mean? It could change your whole day, your outlook.
Yep.
You know?
And and I'll just say, Farnell, this is not something that was just all of a sudden. He'd been dealing with stress, mental health, depression for a long time. And I've worried about him, knowing how hard he put pressures on himself, how the NBA was the only option. It was the same for all of us back then. But man, Farnell was really in it. Farnell was really grinding for it. And so this is not because I don't like any loss of life, but I feel like you see some, prolific guys and a lot of rich people that'll take the easy way out. Whether you got caught, whether you owe money, whatever, you take your life, you take the easy way out. That's not what went on here. That's not at all. We're not mad at my brother at all. His life will live on forever. And man, you guys, I might shock the world one time. Hopefully, I don't know how the service will be, but we got another guy in the car. But this is not no ordinary guy, Dom. This is the legendary mentor, one of a kind, head coach, Coach Rodriguez, joining the Wydoe podcast. Thank you, sir.
Coach Rod.
Thank you for having me. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Hey, can you hear me okay? Okay, good. Domenico and Wyatt. Love you guys.
Love you, Coach, man.
Love you, Coach.
Yeah, Coach, this is Marvin. This is Farnell's older brother here. We might have a little delay, but we're here for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Coach Ross, for being
Hey, Marvin.
here. How you doing, Coach?
Appreciate you, man. God bless you and the family.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Now, Coach, we've been sharing some memories, sharing some good ones of our brother Farnell here. And there is one story that I've been waiting for you to join the show on. Okay, I don't know how much time we got for you, but I got to ask it first and foremost. We all know our brother Farnell can eat like one of the greatest eaters we've ever saw. But my brother Farnell, during Thanksgiving, and Coach Rod is a strict, okay, we follow along. This is the coach, guys. He called Farnell love practice. He would do anything to run suicides for Coach Rod. He told Coach Rod, I can't make practice because I'm too full from Thanksgiving. Coach Rod, do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Oh, man.
I do remember that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Could you be mad at him, Coach?
Oh.
And I believe we had a game on Saturday. I was mad at him. Like, dude, what are we doing? Like, we had a game on Saturday, and I very rarely schedule games over Thanksgiving, but for whatever reason, I did. We had a game Saturday, and I don't think Farnell played that much on that Saturday.
I mean, like I said, we don't got to go to practice. I can't make Coach. Farnell would love to be at suicides, doing anything at practice. For him to say, Coach, I can't make it, we all knew he probably can't get up because he ate so much turkey in hand.
The maddest man of all time.
Yeah, Farnell is one of the great eaters I've been around in my many years doing this. He was something else. Don't let there be
just so genuine, Coach.
Pre-game.
So passionate.
Or chicken wings or anything like of that nature. Don't let there be any of that out.
Coach, we used to pick him up to go to practice.
He's gonna terrorize it.
Man, Coach, he would bring a butter bucket
Butter.
full of chicken from
chicken
last
rice.
night, ready to go.
Damn,
No.
that's my brother, all right.
The
That's
guy
really
would get
him.
in our car with a bucket of butter emptied out before practice, chicken and rice, and ask if anybody wanted some. That was the kind of guy he was. He would offer you rice and chicken out of a butter bucket.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's the Haitian culture for you. So,
And that's
you
the
know what I
great thing
mean?
about it. He was always giving.
We good out here. You know?
Yep.
So,
Go ahead, Coach.
man, Farno was really good for him, man.
Farnell was, if he's eating, everyone's eating. That was the special thing about him. He was a giving, always one that, you know, giving, whatever it was. If he had food, everybody is going to have some food too.
Yep. Absolutely. And now, Coach Rod, I know we spoke a little bit, you know, we might be planning on getting something in the works for next year, years to come, a potential Farnell Etienne game or whatever. And I think even bigger than that, I appreciate you, Coach, for wanting to spread awareness on the mental health, on the suicide prevention, because I can't remember back in high school too much of that being spoken about. And it's always been here. So I'm glad that today's day and age, we're talking about it more. And I just want to say I appreciate you, Coach Rod, because you're one of the ones we always looked up to.
Yeah, and it's something that, like you said, it hasn't really been talked about in the high schools, but it's there. And I know, as in my role as a dean, I'm very aware of you have young people that are going through things, and I think for now the situation, how sad it is, and it breaks our hearts, but it could end up being a blessing for many kids, you know, because you could spread the word on support and help and things of that nature, and you know, people are here to listen and to help you. And I know my role, when I get in situations with kids and their parents are asking for help, they don't know that there's help out there, you know. And my hope is to use this situation and create a positive out of it, and just hopefully just help one person, may it be a student or just a person listening, or somebody that comes to a game and you know, and hears about Farnell's story, and then we help someone, and that'll be a blessing, you know, and that'll be Farnell's spirit giving.
Yes. Living forever through us. His impact will be felt forever.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I have
once again,
a couple
guys.
players with me in the car from practice.
Couple of the current Jaguars.
No, hey, keep forgetting it's delay. Yeah, I have a couple current Jaguars. I have my son here, Ryan Rodriguez, and then one of his teammates, Makari Chambliss. You know, my son remembers everything, so he remembers, you know, Farnell and the Carmelo, and you know, all that, mimicking his shot and all that sort of stuff, and
everything, Coach.
You know,
the man had the little kneecap pads that didn't do anything. No support.
No, didn't do anything. No, nothing.
If you ask Farnell, it gave him 20 a night.
And the arm sleeve too, right?
Remember that?
And now, and Coach, I just want to say, man, to Ryan, Big Ryan, I see how big you are, big dog. All the guys back there, man, current Jags, we salute y'all, man. We're here to support you guys. You guys can do anything that you want. You guys got a great coach, as I don't have to tell you. And I just want to let y'all know, man, we huge fans over here. Jags for life. Let's go, baby. You see it up there. Coach hasn't sent me a real jersey yet, but hey, we got one.
Wydoe probably stole the practice jersey.
I see that. I see the jersey. So, Marvin, where are you at right now?
Marv, you can hear Coach? He's asking where are you at right now? I'm gonna try to get Marv to come back in. Leave and come back, Marv. See if it'll update. And we got another player ready to come up in here, boys.
Do it to him.
No, we
Coach
can't.
Rod, I got a question for you, Coach Rod. Serious question. 3-on-3,
sir.
me, Wyatt Allen versus 3 gentlemen in your car. What's going on? Who's winning?
Oh,
I just need to know.
We're winning.
you
We're
heard of me,
winning.
Kelly, y'all.
You sure about that?
Hey, if
I
they
don't
would have said they're
know.
gonna lose, I would have
Sure.
told them to get out the car, Coach.
That's a good point. But
Right.
yo, Wydoe,
That's right.
just so you know, Alan, did you see the message from Al Wydoe
I
by any
got him.
chance?
I got
Okay,
him. I got him.
perfect.
Now, Coach, how important do you think is it for a coach from a dean, from a higher up standpoint, to look out and reach down to the kids to make sure they're okay? Is that a big priority amongst coaches, amongst teachers? Is that a priority to reach out to the kids that might not have came to you?
Yeah, definitely. Because when there's things happening in the classroom where they're acting out in the classroom or in the hallways or in the cafeteria, a lot of the time there's stuff going on. So it's important to connect and try to meet them at a level where they can trust and talk. And then once you talk to them and talk to parents or family members, you find out that there's stuff going on in the background. A lot of times that's creating these situations where the student is and have discipline issues. And over my years, we've had a lot of sad stories, as you can imagine. And sometimes it's just that understanding and that tweaking, that allowing the child to know that, hey, someone's there for you, or allowing the family, hey, we have support. And then, get that support. They've realized that someone truly wants to listen, and then things change for them, but it's just the key is connecting, in that connect, because kids act out. They don't just, or kids aren't just quiet for no particular reason. There's always a reason, and it's just about finding out and talking.
Yeah, that's important. And Coach, I could tell you from my perspective and from me alone, your words truly impacted my life. Your words, I can remember to this day at Vero, me missing a few shots and I'm not shooting no more. And you telling me at halftime, Wyatt, you got the green light. We believe in you. Those 3 words right there, we believe in you, stuck with me for life, Coach. And I know that you gave Farnell that same confidence, that same reassurance. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, Coach, for me and Farnell for doing that.
And I like to add something else that Coach pointed out. Communication, is a big factor. I think a lot of that should be more involved. Just to check up on somebody could mean a lot, or it could save them from what they're going through. And communication is very important. That's one of the things that really stuck by us as family. Just communicating, just keeping in touch with each other.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
You guys hear me okay?
Yeah, loud and clear, Coach. Having a little technical errors. We got guys calling from the phones in the cars. It doesn't matter. We can see you clear, Coach. We can hear you.
Coach Rod look about 20 years young. He got a little beard going and stuff.
Yeah, Coach, if you want to exit, Coach, and come right back, exit the link and come right back in. Sometimes that'll solve everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew the beard out and the hair out during the pandemic. I just kind of kept it.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, try to cancel out and then join right back in the link. It should be clearing up if you do that.
So kept the gray and didn't even. It just kind of snuck up on me. So it was too. You couldn't do anything with it. Couldn't. Everyone already saw the gray. So no shame.
Hey, it looks good, Coach. I got to tell you, it looks good.
now you look like a cool coach. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day when you had the low cut and no beard, you used to kind of yell a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Had to put this up.
Yeah, I just saw that, man.
Legit
Back then?
comedian, Farnell was. I'm gonna try to tell Coach Rod.
It's crazy to just see how
Hey,
many
Coach, see
people
if you can
say
cancel
I'm
out
having
and
a
then
hard time
come
hearing
back
you
into
guys,
the
so-
link. Yeah, go out and come back in, Coach.
But you know he's about 40, so 50
I
probably.
know.
You know, my man's getting a little confused with the iPhone now.
I'm texting him now.
I'm reading some of these comments, Wydoe, and it's absolutely amazing how many people just were impacted by this man's light. It's
There you go, Coach. Hopefully, Coach reads it. Coach, if you can hear me, just leave the link and then join back in the same way you did the last time, and it should clear up for you. You know, we're fighting with phone service and shit like that, Dom.
you know how it is, right?
Kaylee, I'm trying. You know, we got to stay hard on our coach a little bit. I mean, hey, 2022. I know he's got a nice iPhone. Coach, are you there? Oh, now he looks crispy clear.
There we go. Look at him.
Can you hear us, Coach? Man, I got to get Coach. Hey, Dom, talk for a second. Talk for a second, Dom.
All right.
Because I got to bring somebody in here. But I don't want to bring him in until.
Do your thing,
Talk
baby.
for a little. I got to call.
So, I just,
Hey, Coach,
I mean,
leave the link.
as many
And then come back in.
things as we all like to kind of harp on, I think this is a topic we really need to tighten up on. And I'm speaking to all the young men out there, whether you're 8 years old, 15 years old, 25, 30, 50, 70, I don't care how old you are. As a male community, we have to do better in keeping our mental health, you know, as a priority. Even though you may feel like you're alone, even though you may truly be alone, there's people out there willing to help. And I think we all make light out of this moment here, but truly deep down, I know that everybody deals with different things in different ways. But, you know, it's hard not to think that your decisions impact people that you would never anticipate it impacting. And every male out there, I want you to know that whether you're alone or not, you do have someone that's out there willing and rooting for you. Even if you don't know me, I'm out there rooting for every single male out there to go accomplish something that they wish they could, because you may not have somebody in your corner. You know, you may not have a partner that's pushing you to do better or a career that's motivating. But, you know, as Wydoe loves to say, how you living? If you don't feel like you're living right, talk to somebody. Figure out what it is that isn't working for you and address that and move forward.
Exactly, bro. So let me shout out to Corey Blaze real quick. I got a special guest in here waiting, a real close friend of Farnell, but I wanted to shock. I really wanted to shock Coach Rob, man. Marv, let me see if Marv is back clear. Marv, can you hear me?
Yeah, I had to exit out and do some plugging in and stuff, so I should be good from here. I'm good.
Let me send Rod the new link. I got a special guest even for you, Marv. But I really want to get Coach in here to surprise him, you, Corey Blaze, man. If you want to join in, man, that link right in the chat, you can click that. Corey's Farnell's cousin, man, a big goat, man. We got to get Blaze on here too to share some stories. So the party might just be getting started, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. But like everybody said, you know, at the end of the day, this is a celebration of life for our brother Farnell Etienne. This is also a suicide prevention show. Dial 988 if you or someone else that you know is down bad and needs someone to talk to. Or you can call me. You can call anybody here on this chat. Hit me up in the DM. Instagram Wydoe. I'll be your friend. And let's see if we can get Coach Rod back in here. I really hope he's got good service. We got to get the legend. Okay, hold on. Let it load a little bit. There he is. Coach Rod, can you hear us? Nah. Wait till Coach Rod gets a little bit. Joining the Wydoe podcast, Corey Blaze, Seed Out Blaze. How we feeling, big dog? Thank you for joining.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on?
Oh, it's about to go up for real. Coach Rod, I got to try one more time. I can't wait for my special guest any longer. Coach Rod, are you there?
Rodrigo, come on, baby.
We need Rodrigo, right?
We got to get Rodrigo.
All right. Well, he can still see us. Without further ado, one of Farnell's close friends, mentor, someone he looked up to as I did, as we all did, my brother, Frank Martin. How the fuck we feeling on this?
Martini.
What's going on? What's going on, fellas? What's going on? What's going on, man? What's the vibe looking
Appreciate you
like,
stopping
man?
by, man. Appreciate you stopping by for our brother.
For certain, man. Farnell, this is a special tribute to him. You know what I'm saying? It was a must. I spare some minutes, give a little quick little stories, man. You know, of how we grew up. That boy, that was special, man. That boy, that was real special. His work ethic was through the roof as well, man. He always wanted to mimic Melo, boy. He did it to the T. That's what I can say.
To the T.
To the T, for certain.
For sure.
Southport days. I mean, I didn't go to Southport, but all y'all were at Southport, I believe. I mean, Farnell was a Southport legend. If anybody back there knew him from there, I know you know him.
Oh yeah. How's everybody feeling, man? Though, man? Marv, how you feeling, man? Blaze, I already know it's tough, but still, I got to keep the spirits alive, man.
I'm good over here. Frank's on it. I see Frank Court on it. Now it's a party right now. Watch out everybody else is still trying to hop in after.
Oh yeah. Rodrigo, man, wait till I definitely got some. I got some things I got to get off my chest.
He's gonna be here in about 6 minutes, Frank. Hold tight. He's gonna be here. He's about to be home.
Yeah, he owed me. He owed me some things. We gonna talk about it as soon as he jump back on.
Frank, I agree. There's a lot of things we deserve something. Frank.
I don't want to hear it from you at all, Dominico. You got a poster at the school, brother. They still acknowledge you. All right,
Martini. That was a reading poster. It had nothing to do with basketball. It was education only.
Okay. Sound good.
Now, I just got to ask y'all this. I don't know if y'all remember. Frank, I know you will remember this. Blaze, Marv, I don't know if y'all heard it. If you were Farnell's teammate, okay, there's something I never figured out how the fuck he did and how he did it so well. When you're playing defense, especially under Coach Rod, you got to play right defense. You got to play communicating defense. You run out and you say ball. Ball. This man Farnell could say ball 300 times. Ball!
Fast.
Crystal clear. How'd he do it?
Fastest speaker on earth.
And was it Busta Rhymes? How'd he do it, guys? I mean, I don't know how he did it, though.
It had to be Busta. That's the only thing I could think of.
He was a Busta. I mean, he loved him some Busta Rhymes, so it had to be, right, Blaze? I mean, any word fast. When he would go to rap, he'd get in the voice. He played like 3 different characters on the freestyle, bro. Come on.
Exactly.
Man.
Farnell, listen, the same love Farnell had for Melo, he had it for Busta. It's kind of weird, but
yes,
if he loved Busta, he loved Melo. Like, he's telling me, like all the way up to the end, yo, Busta's still the best. That's how Farnell is, y'all. He's loyal to his, whatever it is, he's loyal to it. Like, he takes it as his.
Yeah, that's just his personality, bro. So much love. I mean, we brothers, y'all are legit family. So, I mean, as a family member of Farnell, like, what was it like? How loving and caring was he? He always have your back, man.
It's kind of funny how y'all say y'all don't, like, I was listening earlier that y'all don't have no negative memories of Farnell. It's like, I never got into an argument with Farnell. You know, me, Marvin, and Farnell, that's the gang. You know, that's how it started up. Like, before there was any homies, before there was any friends, it was just like us 3, the gang. So when we started like growing up, like, we had older brothers that like put us on, older cousins that put us on basketball, that put us on sports, that put us on all these things. So like the love for Melo, like for me, it was Tracy McGrady. You know what I mean? So everybody wanted to go find somebody. My brother like AI. My other brother was a Kobe dude. So everybody latched towards like somebody, something. And he was just Melo. He took it to another level though.
Yeah. Like, it was bigger than basketball.
It was bigger than basketball. It was like, and then like, we didn't really have much growing up, with our parents. So like when he finally like got better than everybody, like the whole fam in basketball, like I felt like that's where his love went to. Like he loved. So when like y'all saying he'll do anything for Coach Rod, like 100 suicide, I believe it because he was
Right.
just so grateful to be there, just to be accepted, just to be with y'all. You know what I mean? Just to be a part of a crew, a gang.
Yeah, bro. And that's why I had to share the story because, like I said, I mean, Frank was a star in high school, middle school. Okay. We don't want to talk about Frank. Farnell loved every practice, suicide, drill, didn't matter. So when he called out that Thanksgiving because he was too full, y'all boys, that was a real event, bro. I mean, Frank would have had a couple excuses of why he couldn't come to practice. That man said, I'm too full. And we all knew he wasn't fucking around. He was
Nah,
serious.
he was playing. Nobody can eat like Farnell, man. Farnell's the number one eater.
Number one eater.
Made me appreciate food. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
And that's
man,
another thing,
Farnell,
man.
man. Farnell was special, man. That boy that used to come every day to the house, man. Every day to the house. He used to just want to mimic and perfect his craft, man.
Have
That
y'all-
man there was special. I keep telling that man was special. Like every day, I would tell him to be here at this time, and he would get there 5 minutes beforehand. He was on. He wasn't on black people's time. He was on. He was on that. Yeah, he was on time.
Have y'all ever played 2K against Farnell?
Oh,
He's
yeah,
only
yeah,
Carmelo
yeah.
Anthony.
I stayed away from it. You're gonna have to talk to Frank. I bet Frank had wars with him, so I had to stay away
Yeah,
from that.
man. I
Listen.
beat that boy senseless. You know, he just he kept coming back for more. He kept coming back for more. He was consistent though. He was real consistent.
He was
I will
real
tell you.
consistent, but he used to love Melo, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, I reached out to Melo, man.
Even on there.
I had to reach out to him because I don't even need a donation from him. I'm not that kind of guy to ask these big people. I had to let Melo know. As much as we got a brother watching over us, he has a legit guardian angel rocking with him no matter what. Hoodie, shoot around, Farnell with you.
Mhm.
That is a fact.
You know, I mean, it just didn't make sense. Like he loved Melo so much. I had to go pick somebody like Rudy Gay because I was late to the party of who we love so much. Remember this, Dom? Everybody already
I
had
remember that.
Kobe, LeBron. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna get somebody else. We go get Rudy Gay because I thought it was so dope that Farnell was so engaged with somebody.
Yep.
Any shoe release, any magazine highlight tape, he knew. I was like, bro.
Yeah, this is when that the hoop mixtape, we was all talking about high school players. Farnell did not care. He would tell us in the middle, we're talking about Andrew Wiggins, D'Angelo Russell. This guy's like, put on Carmelo Anthony.
Yes.
Like,
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. A couple weeks ago, man, I asked him because, I always talk to him all the time. I asked him, I'm like, because he sent me a link. He was like, yo, it was a link, like an article. We Celtics fans. He's like, yo, Melo might go to the Celtics. I'm like, bro, there's so many new players out here. Like, you like Trey Young, Devin Booker. He's like, I don't know yet, bro. I don't know yet.
He's never giving it up. And I just got to say this, y'all boys. I don't even know if y'all peeped this. Farnell was one of the first Instagram viral people that we knew. The man's got 8,000 followers with only following 700. One of the first viral motherfuckers out here. Shout out to Farnell.
I want to know exactly what he did. I want to know it. I want to know.
No, I think I know what it is. I think he tagged Larry Sanders in it.
Yeah,
I think that's what was viral.
Yeah.
Either way. I mean, the man's got legit likes, though. It's one thing if he got 1,000 and 2 likes.
He has females telling him he's gorgeous. He literally has
He
females
was
in
the
there
man.
commenting emojis. Me and Alan were talking about. I went through his Instagram. I went through comments, and it's like, "You're the hottest man on earth." Like, bro, we talking about Farnell here to do that. I never really seen Farnell, mingling with the women like that. He had a couple that were true and stuff to his heart, but Farnell's on Instagram and he's got 500 likes when I had 13, and I'm like, put me on game.
Yes.
I used to ask him to put me on game too, bro.
And he didn't care about it. And that's another thing that I regret. I'm like, man, looking back, I really wish Farnell would have jumped on the TikTok, the real wave. Because I mean, who else would have been acting, playing different parts on a video going viral? That was
Yeah.
Farnell's lane, man.
Yep.
I wish so much he would have jumped on that.
Always so silly, so goofy.
And nowadays, everyone's trying to act like that. He was really that.
Yeah, in real life.
He was ahead of his time. That's what I would say, man. If they had a TikTok there in high school, he would have been damn near. It would have been 1 million views from him for sure.
Oh man, the way he plays just like everything. He was consistent about everything, man. Like it was all it, and he.
You guys know how
well.
many Busta Rhymes links I used to get?
Oh man, new songs, remixes. I can imagine.
Then he jumped on Q-Tip. Then he jumped on Most.
Yeah, he used to love Q-Tip.
Then he was,
and it's crazy. He never started liking any of the new rappers, like Young Thugs and all of those. He stayed like with an old soul, like super old school.
Now, he was loyal to the core, boy.
Mm-hmm.
To the core for them, boy. For sure.
Just a
Busta
loyal-
Rhymes, Mello. It ain't matter. Until they retired, it was Mello forever. It was Busta forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be like, hey, listen, you got to stop rapping to me about this. Listen, the rapping that we used to do in high school before game times, and he used to just, it was. I was like, Farnell, you got one more time. You got one more time to rap fast like that in my face. And he's in your face too. He's in your face when he's rapping.
He wanted you to
Smacking
feel
your
it.
arm and shit.
Come on, bro. New Busta, man. That's new Busta, man. Some of it was hard, but I was like, Farnell, what the?
It
That's a
was
loyal
hard,
fan.
but like, why are you going so hard for Busta?
Right. I'm like, you Jamaican too? Like, all right, I like Vibes Cartel, but shit. Loyalty.
oh man,
Loyalty. And now, Frank, all of us have said we don't have a negative memory of Farnell. You've known him all the way since Southport. Do you have any negative memories of this man? I don't think there is any.
Nah, other than the slap boxing.
The only negative that I can think
And
of
I'll just say,
was-
Frank is a huge Kobe guy. So if there's any negative, it's because Melo and Kobe. Yeah, besides that.
It was competition. Every day we was talking about who was better, this, that, and the third. But beyond that point, it was we used to argue all the time about how high he used to wear his socks. Okay, I told him about that. I said,
Hey,
Farnell,
I
the
got a
socks
clip
gotta go
now.
down.
Hold on. Check them out. Check our book.
24. Jeff, the stage is only shooting 2 from 14 is number 21 for ATM.
Now, did you see the tippy toes? Okay, did you see him get on his tiptoes like Melo? Because you can only see that much of his knee. Them socks are pulled up so high, but boy, that shot looked good.
Yeah, he did. Man. He had a pure shot.
He practiced that every day, every hour.
Frank,
He practiced that shot for sure.
he was the best and worst warm-up shooter ever. Best shooter, worst teammate to be on because you don't get the ball.
Never.
He's going for that.
No, that's for certain. That's for certain, man.
And now, I just want to say this, man. Who do y'all boys go to and reach out to, man? Because Farnell's not the only one that goes through things. You know, obviously we know Mars businessman, Big Blaze, big businessman. Dom out here selling houses. Frank's a goddamn Vegas resident. But at the end of the day, man, we all go through stuff. So who do y'all turn to, man? Is it family? Is it brothers? Is it teammates? Is it a girl? You know, I'm looking for love. Who do y'all go to, man, when you're down bad?
I think it depends on the situation, man. I turn to my brothers for a lot. I mean, Wydoe, you know me, you chop it up all the time. I'm sure Blaze and Marv definitely talk because they sound like brothers. I mean, for me, the biggest thing is just whoever I feel comfortable enough to talk to, and I've built those relationships. You know what I mean? But another big thing is my teammates have became my brothers. So I feel like the avenue of sports gave me the opportunity to meet some of my best friends that I can share those negative thoughts about, if that makes sense.
Yeah. As for me, you pretty much guessed it right, Dom. Usually I really I stick by family, the cousins in the generation, and pretty much, you know, I go how.
Man. So this is crazy to me, man. I mean, the happiest guy. Oh, you talking? My bad, Mark.
I was about to say, yeah, I kind of go towards my family. I got a couple older brothers, but most importantly, God, man. You know, God kind of leads me through everything. I kind of like most of the time, I just close my eyes and then just be like, God got me. You know what I mean? And it just based off that, like that's really like my number one, like, because you know that the depression, the stress, the mental health is real. You know, we might have not have it had it on like the level that Farnell had it, but it's all in us on different levels. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And we didn't grow up knowing about mental health, like especially in my culture. You grow up sucking stuff up and just keep it moving, but it don't really have to be like that.
Yeah.
It don't.
And that's another reason I want to ask is y'all, I'm saying you come from a culture that I don't know, is it accepted? I feel like back in the old days, it's not something talked about. The men need to man up. That's why you're a man. And I just feel like we were losing too many great souls because they feel like they're alone or they can't talk to nobody or it's weak to talk to somebody. And man, I felt the strongest when I was on that goddamn Instagram crying, being so real. I wasn't faking shit for no likes. I was being real. So I appreciate you guys being someone that I can always come to and talk to. You know what I mean? And before we get too sad, I think and I pray we might have some good service here. Marv's breaking in and out. Okay, I still see my dog Marv.
Yeah, no, I've been trying, man. The
I
service been
need Coach Rod in the building.
yeah, the service been crazy, but I've been trying to maneuver it a bit. Y'all can hear me back there?
I can hear you, Marv. Coach Rod, can you see and can you hear us clear? I see the hair. I see it flowing.
Yeah, I can hear everybody and see everybody clear.
Yeah. Let me talk to him first. Let me get mine out first.
Thanks, Mark.
Rodrigo. I've been waiting on you, Rodrigo. Okay, it's a damn shame we gotta do it on this platform. All right, it's a damn shame. You got my phone number. You should be calling me every other week, but you decide to go here without speaking to me. The
money,
disturbance, the
coach.
deception.
Nah, Frank, he was partying. Party.
What's up, Frank?
Rodrigo, listen, man, how you doing, man?
And
you
Frank,
look
Coach
good,
Rod's
man.
on a
You look
little bit
healthy.
of a delay, so like give him like a second to hear what you said, and then he'll respond to us.
I got you.
It's nice to see you. How are you?
All right, I'm doing just fine. All right, that was a hell of a delay, but I'm doing just fine. You know.
Can you hear me? Good.
What's going on, Rodrigo? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling. When are you coming to Port St. Lucie?
Hey, listen, man. I'll be in Port St. Lucie. I should be there the next couple weeks. Actually, I got to go visit my peoples, and then my brother's getting married in October 20th, I believe. You know, I got to save the date there. I should be there on the 17th of October.
Okay. We all need to get together.
Oh, for certain. Listen. But Rodrigo, listen. I want the gear. Okay, I want my gear. Okay, I know you got it. You got it, Rod. Let me get the gear. Port St. Lucie.
You didn't take the gear like everyone else did, like Wyatt and Domenico and Alan and everybody else?
I got no gear, coach.
I got warm-ups in the closet I don't even show now. But we definitely got to get together, Coach. Definitely got to get together.
Coach, I'm a Christian. Okay? I'm a Christian. But I might have taken some things that wasn't supposed to be mine. I might have taken some things. But, you know.
I got to do.
Might have taken some things. It's not bad. I need more, though. I need the fresh ones.
The new logo is kind of
All right.
smooth,
It's
Coach.
up.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
We might not have fresh. You
Oh, here we go.
I'll just send some stuff.
That's acceptable. I'll take that. We definitely gonna see each other
I'll
soon,
just send
man.
some
We
stuff to
definitely
you
gotta see each other soon. Okay.
Yeah, man, Coach, it's been too long since the guys got back
It's
together.
really nice to see all of you guys.
It's always nice to see you, Coach. 2013 class, me and Farnell, we got to get the guys back together. Marvin, got to get you. Marv will be in town here soon.
Yeah. That'll be. Anything happening this week or so now?
We're still waiting on definitive dates. The funeral will be held in Port St. Lucie locally. It will be a Friday or Saturday. We're just waiting on Marv, everybody to get everything situated and get a finalized date. But we will update everyone with that. It'll be a formal dress, preferably black. But it will be here locally, so everybody can be around the great and loved brother Farnell Etienne, man. Miss him forever.
Sure.
Amen. Thank you.
Great.
I'm just glad he's back
Definitely.
in the U.S. That he's going to be on his way over here. That was the big issue. But my prayers were answered, and I'm glad he's able to lay to rest where he knew everybody. That was my main goal, and that goal was accomplished. So, Farnell memory will live forever, and not a day that goes by I don't think about him. I think about all the good things he's done, and if anything, he's motivating me to step things up, to make things better, and to lead.
Sure.
Lost you there for a second, Marv. But definitely leading an example.
All right. And I'm going to. I just got home from practice, and I got to sit down food. But I call in and see everybody and give my respects to the Etienne family. And beautiful to see Frank Martin and Domenico and Wyatt and Marvin and others in the loop. And I'm going to start putting some things in place to have a game to honor Farnell. And hopefully we can, use this situation. May be horrible and sad, but use it as a positive and create some good and get the word out there about getting help and talking and mental health.
Yep. And we appreciate you, Coach. Appreciate you taking the time out to come and speak on our brother. He will be forever missed. He will live forever through us. And, Coach, you will be back on this Wydoe podcast for your own interview. And I appreciate you taking some time to stop on. Thank you, Coach.
All right, Coach Rod.
Coach, it's been a pleasure as always.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
All right now.
And that is the great Coach Rodriguez. Having some technical difficulties over here at Bomb. What do you got going on?
It's me, Wydoe? It can't be me, baby. I'm crystal clear, baby.
I can't see you real quick.
I don't know what I'm saying. I got that Giga Blast, so y'all better be seeing me crystal clear.
Yeah, I got you. I can't even see who's in here. I'm trying to get Mikkel in here too. Blaze is back. There we go. Got some people going. Welcome to the Wydoe podcast. Another great brother of Farnell. I'm gonna get his real younger brother in here soon, but Al Money Man Bundy, how we feeling on this?
My brothers, Martini. What's going on, fellas? How we feeling, man? How we doing today?
Hey, listen. I gotta share a story.
Before y'all go to get to talking more about Farnell. Yo, this man Bundy got the most swag in the whole wide world. Where you get all this swag?
That's love, my boy. That's love, my boy.
I'll be like, what?
That's big love, man.
My boy sponsored over there, Blaze. You see it, full beard. I mean,
Hey,
that boy
I
just got home
appreciate
from
you
boxing
noticing,
class.
man.
He a new man.
That shit ain't
Nah,
as easy as it looks. I appreciate you noticing.
nah, y'all boys just growing up too fast for me, man.
What? Time flies like a
Fast,
motherfucker.
man. Shoot, man,
What?
it's
Shit
good to
crazy.
see y'all, man. Y'all boys look healthy. Y'all
Yeah,
doing
likewise,
your thing.
man.
Y'all doing your thing, you know, and that's what it's all about, man. Shout out
And
to
as
Blaze
crazy
back
as it
there. You
is,
know,
I
that's
mean,
the
as
guy I
sad
go
as
to for anything I need to talk about.
Yep. You, Marvin.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I keep losing Marv in and out. But yeah, man, listen, this is what it's about, man. Even though, we're here for this is a sad occasion of why we're here. No matter what, even now, even when he's gone, Farnell is connecting us somehow, some way, bringing us all together, connecting us, connecting the teammates, the brothers. And had to bring him back in here. Biggie Joe, Marvin, can you hear me clear?
Biggie Joe.
Look at the man himself.
Yeah, Farnell was just a good dude more than anything, man. I think that's the saddest part about everything. It's like, I mean, y'all said it countless times, but he was just such a positive spirit, a one of a kind, like dude, though, more than anything. As I always said, like whenever I thought about like high school days, so Frank's the funniest dude I ever met from a sense of like Frank is an actual comedian. Farnell is the funniest person I ever met, though. This shit was so natural, bro. I don't even know if he knew how funny he was, type shit. Like the amount of laughs and shit.
Yeah, Frank tries. Frank tries. Farnell is just funny.
Frank is the Kevin Hart type. You know what I'm saying? That's Frank's personality. Farnell shit was just spontaneous. Like
He wasn't trying to be funny.
Whatever you with Farnell, bro, it's guaranteed you go be laughing your ass off. That was just like a guarantee. That was the biggest thing.
And Farnell seemed like he always like really. You know how people ask like, "How you doing?" Like Farnell really cared. He was like, "Yo, you good, dog? Like, dog, you good? Like, for real? Like, he's always gonna do that. Make sure you're really good."
Definitely, bro. Yeah, he was just one of them dudes, like a rare dude. Like Frank said, he was a special human being, bro. More than anything, he was just, really few people have a positive effect on everybody whose life they kind of encounter. And I think he was one of those few, like he really, nothing bad to say about him. I don't got no bad memories. He has some bad theories and shit, you know what I'm saying? With Jack and that Mellow and all that. He has some bad theories. But
I'll get him going.
But in terms of Frank, what story you was about to share, man? Frank, you was about to share a story.
Oh, man. It was one story, man.
Because I got one after you, so I'm going to let you go first.
Damn, there was too many of them. But it was one story where your pops was taking us to
I think we got the same story.
Your pops was taking us to the game.
Yep.
It's the community
Boys and Girls Club.
Boys and Girls Club, Fort Pierce, yeah. And Farnell was just, he was just trying to get ready. You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to get ready for the game.
Doing his thing.
And, then he just started, just mumbling. Right? I'm like, what's wrong with this? Like, what are you mumbling? And then he got his phone out watching Mellow highlights before we get there.
That sounded about right.
So I'm like,
yo,
all right, Farnell. What's really going on? Like, what got you in the spirit? He's like, man, listen, I'm gonna kill today. I'm like, you gonna kill today? He's like, I'm gonna kill today. Trust me. These highlights I'm watching, I'm gonna do every move. And I was like,
okay.
Just give me the ball so we can win. That's all I care about.
We was undefeated too. Farnell, we trying to win the game, man. We trying to win the game. Try those moves out, at the Civic Center when there's nobody else around you.
Yeah, man. Try them at practice. You know what I'm saying? Not right now.
Lights on.
Said Frank, I'm about to go crazy.
Yeah, he was about to go crazy. And then, every time we won, every time we won, we came back. And then, he just started beating on you already know how your pops was every time he beating on the damn. He started beating, said, let's rap. And then he just get into his zone of rapping. And I'm like, Farnell, you are horrific, but I'm going to let you continue.
You got to let him ride. Because
it was a different kind of terrible, right? Normal people are like, oh, if they're really trying, okay, you're trying too hard. He was saying shit you would have never thought come out that black man's mouth. No way. He went from country to opera.
Nah, it was an entertaining as terrible. It wasn't a terrible like Farnell shut the hell up. It was just like
you just had to sit back and watch.
I seen that man
hilarious.
switch flows about 5 times in one verse. I said, who the hell does this man think he is? That man went from the high pitch to the T-Pain auto-tune voice to the
Busta Rhymes. That was the Busta Rhymes.
Now, Frank, I got a story I got to tell. This was like my first when I knew Farnell was just a different dude, like in a positive way. It's same shit, Boys and Girls Club. I wasn't even in high school yet. I was always the younger one on the team that year, whatever. It was after, I don't think we lost that season. So we was on the way home, same shit, Pop's car, and Farnell was just off one the whole ride home, just talking up a storm, rapping, like just he had you cracking up the whole ride home. Meanwhile, this is either like in the springtime or the summer, one of the two, because it was obviously not. Y'all was in high school, so it was after high school season, before school season, before the school year started back up type shit. It's probably summertime, and then so this is probably like May, June. At the end of the ride, he gets out the car. He's like, "Trick or treat, y'all." it was like June or July. Everybody just went to cracking up, bro. And the whole car full. We was in my mom's minivan at the time. We used to pull up deep in the minivan, a white minivan to the games. Car full. He's like, "Trick or treat, y'all." It's like June. We're like, "What the fuck?" I told him about like 4 months away. That's the first funny memory. I was younger then. I was like, "Oh no, Farnell's a different dude." And from that point on, I mean, had me cracking up every single time. Any minute I spent with him, couldn't go a minute without laughing, hanging around Farnell.
Nah, that's for certain, man.
Shit's crazy, man. Shit's so crazy. Did we lose the host?
No, I'm back here. I'm
no, I'm talking about Wydoe.
Yeah, the host is gone. The host is gone.
Oh my God, this dude! He probably
looks like somebody got to step up.
We freestyle. We freestyle. We got to keep it rolling.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, I always knew it was gonna be my moment. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead. Man, welcome to the podcast, man. It's the Martini Podcast. We just switched the name. Yes, it's not Wydoe anymore. It's Martini. We're gonna figure this out. You know, shout out to Farnell. He's in heaven. He's watching us.
Shout out to Farnell. More than anything, shout out to Farnell.
I do have to talk about Biggie Joe over there with the Mitchell gear on. How did you get it, and where is mine?
Do I got that same shirt? That's an old shirt. I think I got.
I'll be very honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
When you do certain things for
why does he have on a Cartier watch with a Mitchell sweater? First of all, why did he just
slow talk like that?
Did you like he has some on his beard?
Are you generally
hands up and all? I see what you're doing. You ain't had to put the left hand out. You could put
didn't have to put the left hand out. Didn't have to do that.
You want the right hand? Okay. So now back to what I'm saying. When you visit P Martini, there goes Wydoe. He's back now.
There you go. He's back.
Wydoe, it was the Martini podcast for a couple of minutes.
It was. It was treacherous waters.
Appreciate you, dog.
Taking over your podcast.
I got to take back grips. I got to take back over. Frank going too crazy.
You know, I was gonna take over for you, brother. I thought it was lunch break. I thought it was my time.
I got my cat going crazy at the door. I had to let that bitch out. Okay, she's out of here. We're back. Appreciate anybody tuning into this show, man. This celebration of life, this Wydoe podcast, episode 24, holding it down, remembering our brother forever, Farnell Etienne, one of one, Mr. Cam Newton himself, Ninja Turtle, Wallow, whoever you wanted to call him. Okay, he looked like all of them. But there's only one. There's only one, Farmello.
Farnell, man. Shout out to Farnell, most definitely.
Shout out to my boy.
Hey, Blaze, I was just listening to you say like nobody could eat like Farnell, bro. I seen this man Farnell one day eat 12 slices of pizza smothered in barbecue sauce. I'm looking at this dude like that. He's not
hot dog.
Be healthy.
One time I seen. There was this back in the day. There was this thing going on at McDonald's where like
he about to steal my story.
You could get mad cheeseburgers for like 30 cents. I watched him eat 10 cheeseburgers in a row.
Bro, I know he went crazy. He used to do shit like we would go to like Burger King. He would eat like a chicken sandwich in one bite. I'm like, how do you even enjoy it? Quick as
He
you
used
got
to
it, let's
get
go.
he used to get in trouble like back in the day we were all eating. He used to get in trouble for eating too fast. His dad used to say, "Yo, slow down a little bit, like slow down." Yo,
Yeah,
Slow down a
back
little bit,
then,
right?
called
if
out
there
of
was like a
practice.
competition, like he would really
Oh
win.
my
Like he
god.
didn't see no food.
No, it wasn't. He should have been. He could have been in that goddamn like hot dog eating contest they do every
Yep.
year. What that man would have been a serious contender. But
Hey, I know Alan Frank. I don't know if y'all in here. I did ask Coach Rod what it was like when Farnell had to miss practice because he was too full
I
for
didn't hear that,
Thanksgiving.
and that is a real thing too. It's Black
That was
Friday.
insane.
We had a morning practice on Black Friday. Frank wasn't in the school no more. It would have been Farnell's senior year, my junior year. Morning practice, Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. And Farnell usually ride with us. Nobody heard from him. So, oh shit, hopefully Farnell good. And then Coach Rod's like, oh yeah, Farnell called out. I guess he's still too full from last night. We just all because I know damn well Farnell was dead ass too full from last night to go to practice. Like this wasn't him like trying to be funny or you know what I'm saying, like trying to find a way to miss practice. I know for a fact that man genuinely ate too much food on Thanksgiving to the point that he couldn't make that morning practice. Oh man, that was crazy.
One of one. I had to ask Coach because I'm like, you couldn't be mad at someone like that because you know he's telling the damn truth. You know he's
He was
honest.
dead ass.
You know he'd much rather be at practice running suicides.
He generally couldn't make it. Farnell was a practice dude. Like dudes like me, probably even Frank Relay, like Don. I mean, I was never a big like practice guy. Farnell used to be, like you said, them sprints and shit. Farnell trying to come in first every time. So
He loved every moment.
That shit was a blessing because that made us that much better as a team just to have somebody like that competing every day.
I hated it.
That
Got
just
me
shows
running
how
suicides.
that just shows how
suicides.
it just shows how consistent he was in everything he did.
Very true.
Hey, y'all hold it down for a little second. I'm gonna go on Instagram Live, try to get some couple more people up in here. So
Nah, that's a very good point though, Marvin, man. Like consistency was a big thing with Farnell. Is he was one of them dudes like you never had to ask him to get in the gym. You never had to ask him to want to get better. Like he didn't genuinely just like wanted that shit for himself, which was
Al, I gotta tell this story about the day we almost died with Farnell, Max, everybody in my car.
Oh my god!
So, I'm gonna tell you, this is probably the craziest story. This is the first time I ever actually seen Farnell panic. Okay, like everybody kind of panicked, but it was so we all are after school, and at the time, I had an old school Jaguar, like a 1980 Jaguar.
They was smooth now. They was smooth.
It was smooth back in the day, but
green Jaguar.
But I'm driving on Port St. Lucie Boulevard right before Veterans Memorial.
Yeah,
So
who's going to hoop? Who's going to hoop?
Yeah, we're going to the Civic Center. And I'm doing like, at the time, I was probably doing like 50, 60 miles an hour. And I'm swerving in and out of traffic like on some young boy stupid shit. And the car shuts off and the steering wheel locks up. And I'm doing like 60. And I have to turn now. And I can't turn. I drove on the wrong side of the road. And these boys are all freaking out like, yeah, you're on the wrong side of the road. I end up crashing on the curb and shit. Like, we get out the car. I look, Alan and Farnell took off running to Publix.
I see my life flash. I see my life flash before my eyes right there.
Like
them boys are in the Publix shopping center.
Yeah, it was some shit like we had like we was jits at the time, so we had like so many people in the car.
Way too many.
The cops about to come. We driving on the wrong side of the road, an old ass Jaguar, a bunch of young kids, like too many people in the car. I'm getting the hell out of it. I remember that shit though because he was always like a NASCAR kind of driver, but when you just weren't turning, I'm thinking you're trying to be funny, and I'm looking over because I'm in the front seat. I'm looking over like, yo, can you cut it out? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like drive like a normal person. And just in your face, that's the first time I ever seen like real panic in your face behind the wheel. I was like, oh shit, this ain't good. And then we was going on ongoing traffic like that. Well, I see my life flash before my eyes. Couldn't believe it. Thank God.
Definitely. Well, what?
Wydoe's
Wydoe's doing his thing on the Instagram podcast.
Okay.
He's trying to get,
Try to
do
get a
his thing
couple
on
more
that front.
people to tune in. Hell yeah. Shit, how where you at, Marvin? Are you still up north at the moment?
Yeah, I'm up north at the moment, but soon,
Okay.
I'll be able to, maneuver around a little bit. But
For
I've
sure,
been out
bro.
there since I hate the weather, but I hate y'all going through that hurricane.
Oh
If y'all
man,
still,
yeah. We kind of lucked out, but certain parts of the state got roughed up for real, man. We didn't get as bad as we were supposed to, but yeah, I know how that is, man. We all went to college in Connecticut, so we're probably not too far from where you at nowadays. I remember that cold. That shit was, whew, no joke.
I hate the cold. I'm starting. It's already windy out there,
I already
and
know. I was just saying it's October. It's about to be that time. It's about to be. It's creeping up. It's
now
almost that time.
when I moved back here, snow was coming early as November. I'm like, I hope and pray
It's
there's no snow
ridiculous.
coming in early. There was already snow coming in somewhere in Mass. I didn't want to believe it, but
Nah, I
I'm
know,
like,
bro. That shit's
damn, too
way,
early for it, man.
way too early. And what used to kill me is up there is it's really no like spring. I feel like it is spring, but get a little hotter. But like it'd be cold till I'd be having to wear a hoodie and sweats and shit in
Mm,
April. I'm like, this is
let me
not.
let me tell you something. There's no such thing as spring
There's
and
no
up
such
north.
thing. It's two seasons. It's summer and winter. That's it. That's how I used to look at it.
There's no such thing as spring during the winter, man. Unfortunately, I had to adapt to it. But now that I go back to like Florida for a bit, I'd be like, damn, it is too hot,
Yeah, no, I feel you.
mad hot.
This and this
I
summer, I feel
can't.
like it keep getting hotter. Like as far as the summers, like this summer, that shit was scorching. Like every day, I'm talking like I'm just walking to go to the car, and the AC is
Yeah.
blasting. By the time I get to the car, my back sweating and shit. That shit crazy for real. Okay.
No, man. But I'm up there for now. But it's been good
Yeah.
up there. There's a lot of opportunity over here. I just hate the cold. That's just how
Yeah.
it is.
Nah, it's not a bad spot to be. It's just you just gotta get used to that cold. That's it. But it's not a bad. It's cool. I had a good time in New England, but that's what's up.
Man,
Yeah.
once again, man, get Corey Blaze back up in here. I appreciate anybody tuning in. We almost coming up to 2 hours right now. Won't keep it going on too much longer. I know you guys got a football game to go watch, but I appreciate anybody that has tuned in. We'll keep it rolling a little bit longer. Get some final messages, final pictures, final words of our brother Farnell. And for anybody else out there moving forward, 988, it's a hotline. It's
Definitely.
always there. Your friends, your family, reach out to somebody. Communication is key. I know all of us here that you've seen on
Hmm.
this show. The only thing we wished is we could have reached out to Farnell. We're not saying, hey, he should have reached out to us. That's not the case. He's a real man. He was didn't need anybody else to solve his problems. We just wish we could have reached out to him knowing now what we knew then. So I appreciate anybody tuning in, man. It's a real podcast, real show. Blaze, Marv, how we feeling,
Thank
man?
you.
Shout out to everybody. Everyone stay safe. And to anybody watching, like Wydoe said, man, just if you're going through something, reach out to somebody. Whoever your person is, you don't got a person you feel comfortable to, call that number. That's the reason it's there. So yeah, man, just peace
Thank
and
you.
love for sure.
A little bit to add to Al while I get up out of here is just, as a whole, as a community, check on your friends and your family. Let them know you're thinking about them. I know some of us are prideful and think we could do it all by ourselves, but I'll be the first to admit that this opens my eyes a little bit. It makes me think, yo, maybe it's all right to say you need help. So anybody out there, I mean, I'm as big as they come. So if I can admit that I need some help, you guys can definitely do it as well. And Wado, as always, it's all love. I mean, Bundy, my brother Corey, Blaze, and Marv. If y'all need anything,
Thank
I'm a
you.
phone call or text away. Y'all are
For
in my
sure, for sure.
thoughts. Y'all
Yo,
boys stay
appreciate
safe.
that.
Take care of yourselves.
Yeah, likewise. And Wydoe, thank you for having all of us on and everything too.
Yeah,
For
thanks for
sure,
putting this
man.
together, bro.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Definitely love.
Always,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Al,
Love.
Bundy, I appreciate y'all, man.
Love.
Corey, Marv, the fan, man. I appreciate y'all so much, man. This has been legendary. This will be up forever. Thank y'all, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Love.
All love, man. That's Marvin. That's Blaze. And that's the show, guys. I appreciate anybody that is tuned in, anybody that watched live. You don't know how much this means to me, to the entire family. If you were able to donate to the GoFundMe, that will stay up for as long as it needs to. No matter what, I can assure you we will bring Farnell home. He will be home. He will be buried around his family, around his loved ones, as he should be, no matter what. But if you are able and willing to help on this GoFundMe link, it's in my bio, my Instagram. Anything counts. Anything helps. Literally anything helps. Anything counts. I stayed strong the whole show at the end, and you look at me right now. But if there's anything I can say moving forward, I've been a prom king. I've been a captain of a basketball team. I've been a rapper. I've been a podcast host, but I've also been real sad. I've also been real depressed. Okay, I've also been real down on myself. Why not me? Why me? Why him? Why them? Why am I not where I should be right now? All these things are just pressure built on top of my own head, And I never go ask for anybody to help, or I never vent to nobody to release that from me. Okay. My brother Farnell was a similar guy, years and years and years. So it could be anybody. The happiest, coolest, nicest person that you would have never expect to be going through some troubles at home could be the one. Going through troubles in their head, he could be the one. She could be the one. So, hopefully this video, hopefully this show, as long as it is, hopefully it'll impact somebody. Like Coach Rod said, man, if we can just save one, that's the whole entire goal. And like you guys know, man, on this Wydoe podcast, I'm never right. I'm Wydoe, but I'm just speaking the things that I wish I could have heard when I was young. I'm just speaking the things that I wish someone else would have told me. No one else told me about mental health. No one else told me about, checking in. I was always, I'm not asking for shit. I'm not, you're not going to see me cry. You're not going to, but that's the wrong mentality. We got one life to live. One life to live. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Let's spread love. Let's spread positivity. And that's what we will do. That's what I will continue to do on this podcast. Moving forward, we got a lot of big, great guests coming, a lot of females coming onto the show. I can't wait. But I had to get this up. This was very important to me as somebody with a platform like mine. Even though we're talking about my brother Farnell, I know that this message hits home for others. It's hitting home for my goddamn self. I'm speaking to myself, right? I got to do better on my own, reaching out, talking to people. Even today, man, there's a girl I can always talk to that, what I'm saying. But sometimes I like to, trick myself out of things. If I contact somebody that brings me full joy, full happiness, to get my mindset out of what I'm currently thinking about, that's a win for me. For Farnell, it was mellow. What's your thing that can bring you happiness? From my mom, it's the sunset and the sunrise and flowers and plants and cardinals. If your thing that gets you the most happiness is these fucking fancy cars, a mansion, it's going to be hard for you to get that. It's going to be hard for you to reach happiness, positivity. Let's appreciate and be happy about the small things. These are lessons that guys like Farnell have taught me, they hit home nowadays when, he's gone. So I appreciate anybody that's tuning in to this Wydoe podcast. I'm going to show a couple more pictures of my brother, man. Rest in peace to Farnell Etienne, a legend. Gone way too soon. Maybe it's the music that's doing it to me, bro. I don't know, but I'm really glad that we got through this show. I'm really glad we got to spread a message about my brother right here. And like I said, I appreciate anybody that tuned in. I apologize for how I am right now, but what hurts me the most, if I could be completely honest, is that the whole point of my Wydoe podcast and this platform is to give flowers to people. I love to give the flowers out to those who inspired me, who paved the way for me. And that's the whole premise of the show. And it's really hard for me. I don't even know how I sound right now. It's really hard for me to accept the fact that I wasn't able to give my brother Farnell the flowers that he deserved. God damn, Wydoe. But I'll do it for that forever, for the rest of my life. You know, if Wydoe blows up, if this podcast goes crazy, goes viral, not just this episode, but in general, you know, I own this platform. Wydoe's trademarked. You know, I'm full into this shit, man. And because, you know, as y'all know, I rap, I do all that, but I'm not willing to die about no rap lyrics. Shit fake. I rapped to get a platform. Now I own a platform. I'm willing to die about this shit. I'm willing to die about this message because it's all that matters. It's real. And so I apologize for getting all emotional and shit. What the fuck is that? But yeah, man, this is real. I appreciate anybody that tuned into this episode of the Wydoe podcast with your boy Wydoe. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, watch this thing back. And you know what's coming. I know it's a sad episode, but it's still the Wydoe podcast. So you know what's coming, baby. How you living? How are you living? It's all perspective. If I let my thoughts go as low as they could right now, I'd have a terrible day. But I think positive thoughts. Okay? I think positive thoughts. No matter if my brother Farnell, if it's certain people I could reach out to, I got a few people that really light up my world like no one else, right? But man, let's be happy today. On this Monday, let's be happy today. And if nobody told you yet, you look good and you're doing your thing. Stop comparing yourself to all these celebs and these people that have made it up top because they're probably not even happy. Compare yourself to you last month, last week, last year, yesterday, 5 years ago. Let that be the person you compare yourself to because that's the only person that matters. Are you improving? Are you getting better? Are you more loved? Are you giving more love? These are all questions you can answer yourself. Check on that scale. I appreciate anybody tuning into this show. Episode 24, the celebration of life of my brother Farnell Etienne, suicide prevention show. I promise moving forward, I won't have any more emotional days. Let's hope. We'll get back to the regular schedule Wydoe program. Only the real, funny, real, authentic. We got great interviews coming up. A lot of great guests, some big guests, some female guests, some names I wouldn't even tell you because if I told you, you wouldn't believe me. So please stay tuned. And once again, I appreciate anybody from the bottom of my heart tuning into this show, reaching out to me, giving me love. It means the world. Till next time, it is your boy, Wydoe. Do I play the video? Thank y'all for joining so much. Till next time.
Wide.
I think so. That's what he said. WHUDO.
Wide.
Man, your voice is so sleep. I'm putting on for the whole team. Now everybody say they know me.